Unpopular Celebrities podcast is all unofficial. None of the conversations or comments from us or guests represent the DoD or the armed forces.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Man, I think we good.
It looks good. I need some more pictures. That picture look like I gotta take a dump. Like I'm squeezing some out that joint.
Can somebody write in the chat? We got 5 people up in here. Somebody write in the chat. Please write in the chat. Pretty please. Pretty please. Okay.
Is there somebody?
Of course I didn't do it. Oh, okay. I can't do it right here. Thank you, Sharma. Okay, that one works. Do. That ain't the beat.
Please write in the chat.
Dang, man. What up? We back. I'm getting things set up. Let me see if this works. Yes, we're back. We are back. Back. You know who says that? Chris Berman. Back. Gone. It's Chris Berman.
Okay.
No way.
Oi.
What's happening?
What up?
No way. Wee. What's happening? What is happening? I'm trying to get things set up. Do you remember how to do your intro?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, you've been a while. Last time I had to do this by
I'll
myself.
never forget. I'm always on point.
All right, waiting on you.
Hold on, let me change my voice back. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
You didn't change your
Welcome
voice.
to another episode of Unpopular Celebrities with yours truly, Philly DC, co-host Pete Engineer on my right, Jess, who's out in the place somewhere, and Dell in a meeting handling his business. We are Unpopular Celebrities, and we thank you for joining us. If this is your first time, make sure you catch some of our work on our YouTube channel at Unpopular Celebrities. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check us out on other social media outlets such as Facebook, Instagram, wherever you get your Apple Podcasts. We're on there too. So we appreciate you guys coming in here. And as always, we're going to be talking about a bunch of topics tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we've got our own topics, we're more than happy to talk about whatever you're a listener that want to talk about. Adam Van Cleef Golf, what's up, bro?
Yo, you see how everybody's picture is in there now. Can I get some credit?
Mhm.
Everybody, you see everybody's picture? Can I get some credit?
Yeah, consistency, though.
Yes.
Consistency.
It'll be consistent. Yes. I'm on a
Okay.
new
Well, I'll
MacBook
give you
now,
some
so we're
applause.
good.
There
You know what it is right now?
What's that?
It's time!
I hate that. I hate that friggin'.
Yes. How is everyone? Man, it's good
I
to
hate that.
You know what? It's good to have y'all on here. It's good to be on here with y'all. RIP to family days. Already. Man,
Oh, you want to talk about that first?
I guess, fellas, good evening. I want to
Oh.
know if you could touch on the latest Ja Morant situation and what is
Oh man, let me look
DC
that up.
taking on the noise about? What?
Who?
Take on the take. What is DC take on the noise about him? What's the noise about you?
Who said that?
You can't see the chat?
No, I missed it. It must have
still
went
up.
across the screen. Oh,
still up.
Charles Davis. What does DC take on the noise around him or noise around Ja Morant? All right.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to help me out, bro. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick.
Oh, I got you.
I'm not tracking that one.
Yeah, I got you. So a couple games ago, and Charles, man, let me know where I'm wrong. But so they were playing the Golden State Warriors, and Ja Morant threw a gun symbol at the Golden State bench. Like he had a rifle, was shooting at him.
Oh man.
And so Buddy Hield did it back at him. Right? And Draymond Green was like, ref, what the hell? Like, so they gave him both. I think they gave him both a tech or gave him both a warning. So the very next game, 15 minutes in the game, Ja Morant shoots a three or hits something. He does it again. The NBA fined him $75,000. And I think he got a tech. Then the next game, he went to close out on somebody, block somebody out. They called a foul, which was a BS foul. Ja Morant lost his mind. Yep. There we go. I was getting to it, Charles. He lost his mind, got kicked out of the game, and acted like he was throwing grenades.
Okay, I see two things wrong with this. Number one, I mean, isn't this no different than players making a shot or scoring and they do the little gun symbol like boom, you know
But
what
it's
I
Ja
mean?
Morant.
But I get it. I was getting to that. It's Ja Morant, which is even ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like that just goes to show you, like, based on what you've done and your history, you cannot do what a normal person would do and get away with it.
Right.
Then for Ja Morant to continue to do it and then elevate it by doing what a machine gun pose and throwing grenades, he's a freaking child. It's ridiculous, man. Like, I get it. They should have never did anything with him with the little gun symbol. I mean, so what? Yeah, it's Ja Morant, whatever. They having fun. This is ridiculous. Like in sports, they're so hard up on ensuring sportsmanlike conduct that they're cracking down on players. Like, let them have a little fun. But for Ja, after when he went through, he lucky he didn't get kicked off the team or off the league. He should know better.
Samel Brown in the building, not traveling, so that's always good. Let me give you one of these. But like Freddie Kincaid said, man, he needs better OGs. Memphis does not have any old school player. It was Steven Adams was like the glue, but now it's whatever. Let me see what Charles Davis just asked another question. Charles Davis, shout out to you for the questions. Shout out to you. Do you think his pops is an enabler? I feel like his pops needs to step in, but he probably don't respect him. Ooh.
Yep. There you go right there. I think, how long Ja Morant been in the league?
Maybe 4 years. Let me check.
I mean, I'm sure he's been in long enough to know what he can do or what he can do that's going to affect his pockets and, more importantly, his image in the NBA. If he don't get it by now, he ain't going to never get it. It's ridiculous.
He came, how long has he been in? 19. So 2021 to 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Ridiculous.
5 years.
Unacceptable. There, this into the comment about OGs, put that aside. It shouldn't even matter anymore. He's been in long enough in the league. He should know better.
Now, how you gonna give yourself your own shout out for being in the building? Corey Struthers, y'all, in the building.
I get in chat. I'm like, Philly DC has entered the chat.
Too long for that buffoonery. 100%. He think, yep, at 19. So yeah, I think he obviously making too much money. That's first and foremost, because he just does not care. Like, you find me 75,000, I'm apologizing publicly. I'm on my hands and knees saying I'm so sorry for everything I did. I apologize for my outburst.
Frankly, I don't even think it's about the money. I just think this dude is just simply immature, and he thinks he can get away with it based on how talented he is. What the NBA needs to do is suspend him a season. Didn't they suspend him? Like, it wasn't a
For the
season.
gun,
but
for the gun incident.
Right. So he should know better. He should
Mhm.
know better.
But that's
Remember when he
the-
was suspended for a whole season? He was all crying and all that nonsense. Bro,
yeah,
he
there's
should
a
know
bunch of
better by
it's
now.
a bunch of nonsense.
Ridiculous.
I got time today. All right, shout out to you. We got time too. Pops is his friend. He's part of the don't know that word. Remember, Pops dusted up Shannon Sharp. That is a good point. He was about to
I
dust it.
forgot about that. Yeah, old ass Pops.
Yeah. Should he know better? For sure. I think having a good vet early makes a difference, though. I agree.
I'm sorry, Freddie. I respectfully disagree
Keeps
with
getting
you, bro.
LOCs.
I respectfully disagree with you, bro. He's been in long enough now. He should know better.
Yeah, I don't think the money matters to him. I mean, I only know what his
Exactly.
contract was. It was something ridiculous.
Exactly. Charles Davis said it perfectly.
Let me see.
He ain't that smart. If I was the NBA, just suspend this dude another season.
$36 million a year.
Suspend that dude. He making too much money not to know better. Too much money.
Average annual is 39,000. He's just making 36 this year. He got signed 5 years, 197,000. 230,000 for 230,000.
Man, leave that bull off in the freaking hood, man. This is ridiculous, man. Like, you're supposed to be a businessman.
Wait. Aren't you the one who's saying the gun symbol was okay?
So that's okay if you're the normal player that never got in trouble before for this incident. Okay. There's a difference between this and this. True. Or this. Like, True. Come on. And you know your history? Come on, man. It's ridiculous. It's childish, man.
Yeah.
It's just pure childish.
So Josh's supposed to make 36 million this year, 39 next year. I'm sorry, 39 this year, 42 next year, and 44 million a year the year after that. Too much money, bro. Millions, not thousands. 100%.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. But I mean, that's my thoughts of Ja.
Pathetic.
Kind of goes to the, and I want to talk about the NCAA, and then we'll go to, do you want to go to Family Days after that?
Yeah, we can. Since they
okay.
brought it up.
Real quick on WNBA or NCAA. First of all, this is the first time, I think, since the 90s. Oh, man. Hold on. Charles Dave said he lost $70 million when he got suspended. So he back at it. Someone really got to roll him up. And that's the thing, like you said, you're not a gangster, big dog. You an NBA basketball player. That's like them dudes in the military that go out to the club that think they're gangster. Like, bro, you in the military. You not gangster, homie. Like, me either.
Yo,
me either.
If he wanted to do that, he should have just never came in the NBA. Just stay home.
Right. Stay home. Exactly. Great point.
Like, really, come on, man.
13 minutes. Great point. Let me wait for this to go to 14 minutes so it's easy to edit. 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. NCAA finals happen for the men and women. Some would say the women were better than the men. I think this is the first time since 90-something that all number one teams made it to the Final Four for the men. Usually in the women, that happens quite often, but this is the first time for the men. I'll stay with the men and then go to the women. Did you watch any of the Final Four? We'll go right
I did.
So Duke played Houston, which was Duke was slacking them. That boy Corey Flagg was killing him by himself. Freshman, by the way, killing him. Then at the end, Houston put on this defense and just put Duke in a chokehold. And this is the problem with not having Mike Krzyzewski there. Like Adam said, always on point. Duke choked and Houston deserved to lose. They were awful the last 3 minutes. Oh, that was in the final. But yes, Duke did choke. let them come back, and then they even had a shot to win, and Flag just threw up. He just threw up a bad shot. He just threw up a bad shot. But yeah, Cooper is a dog. He's gonna go to the league next year, and he's gonna be a dog. And then you had who I wanted to win was Auburn. Auburn played Florida, and that was a great game. But that point guard for Florida, did you see him?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't even know his name. Hold on. I forgot
Where?
his name. Huh?
Where?
No. It starts with a C.
Oh.
Somebody gonna get it before I even find it. There you go. Clayton. Walter Clayton. That boy went crazy on him. He's a senior, so he'll be in the league next year. But he went wild on him. That boy, what's his name? Mitchell, I think his name was, had a nasty dunk that turned everything around. But poor Auburn, man. But poor. What's up, Devon? Poor, I guess poor Houston. That's the way I look at it. They have tried too many times to make it to the championship. They made it and then lost to Florida after winning the whole game. That boy, who I just named, Clayton, had a horrible game, but they came back and won. And Houston's last possession was so bad. Terrible. After a timeout, that execution was bad. And I know old buddy got caught in the air trying to shoot the three, but just throw it up. I'd rather you throw it up to the rafters than just drop it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
you think they were just nervous, caught in the moment, broken play?
Was a bad. So if you remember the play, it was a down screen. The big man was supposed to screen the guy coming up top, and he missed the screen. And the shooter thought he was just going to be open. He had time. He could have pump fake, could have done a lot of things, but I think he just missed the screen. He just missed the screen and fucked up the whole play. But
yeah, that's a tough way to lose on the last possession. I mean, like, I agree to your point. Just throw the ball towards the goal. And let's let it hit the backboard.
Like Corey said, just get a shot up, man.
Yeah, man. That's like something you would do, like the little kids would do in Little League. They would just run around with the ball, not shoot it. They were like, shoot the ball. You just keep running around with the ball. That's what they were doing.
That's right. Pump fake or something.
He said pump fake or some shit.
Something shit. Yeah. For real, man. Do something, man. Don't just stand there like, But dang, it said Houston didn't attempt a shot the last 3 possessions. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I didn't know that either.
I know they got the ball stolen from one or stepped out of bounds from one. So maybe he's right. Oh, Olivia up in the building. Yeah, rule first. Look at the basket. For sure. I know they was at his house. Oh, yeah. With all the gas. Oh, for sure. But that was the men's. The men was a good job. I mean, first time off number 1. So this is the problem they say with the NIL. This is going to be the consistent norm for NCAA men, at least, if not women. I mean, women's always been like that, but men, all number 1 seeds, because it's easier to say. They don't have any like schools that are going to come out of nowhere anymore because of the NIL. You're able to pay players at big schools a lot of money, and then it's basically like the NBA, like having like when Golden State had the big 3, Boston had the big 4. I'm trying to think of another. Boston again has the big 3 now, but that's what it's starting to turn into.
Did you enjoy the women's or the men's basketball more?
So I enjoyed the women's more than the men's, to be honest. What about you?
I agree. Even though the last game I was a little disappointed. I really wanted Dawn to win.
Oh, yeah.
Exercise her demons, but
yes.
That just shows how dominant UConn is, man, women's basketball.
So
that dude, Gino, I think his name, Gino,
Yep.
He's got her number, man.
Yeah. This is the first time in a long time they had all number. I
literally just said that. Literally.
But shout out Devon for being in here. My Cavs secured number 1 seed in the East. Well, they're not going to last too long, but good luck to them. Paige had to get her lick back. Hey, Paige Becker showed her ass. I ain't gonna lie, she did her thing. She did her thing for real. That UConn center. Oh, yo, what about what's her name? What's her dang name?
Hold on, hey Adam, you gonna let him speed past that, bro?
It ain't gonna last long.
Adam, what's up?
I mean, they got the number 1. Good job. All right. Woo-hoo. Hold on. Let me.
You gonna let him speed past that, Adam? What's up, bro?
Hold on. Let me give him. Hold on. There you go. Good for you. All right. Juju getting hurt messed up that. Yeah. When Juju got hurt, that was bad. That's up.
Yeah,
did you watch Juju play?
I did. She was awesome, man.
Man.
That's when we had that conversation. We were saying that Juju's better than Caitlin.
Yeah. 35 for UConn. Who's 35? That's the centers. Shout out Paul Davis in the building. Who the freak? What is her name?
Oh man,
Flood.
the great Paul Davis.
No. That's not the great Paul Davis. That's just Paul Davis. This is Paul Davis.
If it's the Paul Davis,
No, it's not the Paul Davis you know. It's the Paul Davis I know. Not the great Paul Davis. He gonna be mad I'm hating on him, but that's just Paul Davis. Juju's Bronny? Juju's dating Bronny? What does that mean? Better than. All right, I get it.
I would agree with that. Bronny, I would agree with that.
But so this is the problem. 2 problems we have. One, the NCAA, like I think Struther said it. It might have been Davis, but said the Cinderella story is over. Yeah, Struther said, the Cinderella story is over. He said that's a bad. You still my dog. You still my dog. But that's not just not you. But don't tell Chief I said that. But Cinderella's over for the NCAA. And then this is the problem with the women's. People like Juju can't come into the WNBA. One, they don't make enough money. They probably won't. That's a great take. It was a tremendous take. Number 2 is that I guess the women's WNBA is rapidly about to lose and probably not be in existence in the next 5 years.
How you figure?
Because they're not making no money, but they're demanding money.
Do you think they deserve the money?
No.
Why not?
Because they're not making any money.
I get that, but should they be earning more money?
To earn more money, you got to make more money. And the league has to make. So the NBA plays 50% of the league.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA gets that 50% back. So that automatically they're giving you I think it's 500,000 or 500 million. They take that 500 million right back. So they just pretty much don't gain anything. They got a new deal with, I think it's Amazon or something like that for the CBA that they're going into. Pete need to be drug tested for these days.
I get roasted.
Of course.
Roasted.
But yeah, so WNBA is probably going to be out of existence. And
I think it's a travesty. I think the WNBA is more enjoyable to watch than the NBA.
If they can make
NBA
a layup,
is trash.
If they can make a layup,
NBA plays no defense. Who was it the other night? Giannis scored 70-something points.
No way. What?
Yeah, the other night. Yeah, it was like a week ago or something. Yeah, let me look it up, man. He scored like 70-something points or something.
No, I missed that.
I was like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, no one's playing freaking defense, man.
He scored 23.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
Help us out.
Anyway,
y'all.
press on.
No, because I want to see this.
I'll find it. I will find it.
Oh, okay. All right, you're looking. Yeah, WNBA operates at a loss every year. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. We're back on the same page. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Yes, it is. The NBA is terrible. I'm still going to watch the playoffs. I'm still going to watch the playoffs.
Why?
Because I
Like,
still enjoy the
why?
playoffs. Dale Brown in the building. Olivia says, I agree with Philly. It's so disappointing. Yes. Curry put up 52 last week. Yes. All threes, no defense. Threes and dunks. That's it. Curry did drop 50. I don't know about Giannis dropping no damn 70. I don't remember who dropped 70. I don't think anybody dropped 70 this year.
Man, what's wrong with my thing? What you call? Anyway,
NBA equals WNBA.
maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn I saw a press release where he scored like 70-something points.
Let's think about
Okay,
Kobe.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was 50. He scored 59 points against Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares? It's Detroit. Like, who cares, man?
Detroit's in the playoffs.
The NBA is so trash. You know how bad the NBA is? I used to, for the past 3-4 years, I used to go on midnight release of NBA 2K.
I remember
Every midnight release.
that. You got the
Now I
locker.
don't even want to play it anymore.
Yeah. I haven't bought
Because the
Madden.
game is trash.
I haven't bought Madden or NBA 2K in 2 years.
But it's not because NBA 2K is trash. It's because the NBA is trash. I don't want to
True.
watch it anymore. I
True.
don't watch it anymore.
But are you not going to watch the playoffs?
No. Well, I'll take it back. I probably watch a little bit of it.
Okay.
A little bit.
I only watch the WNBA playoffs. If I watch a regular season game, it is Brick City. It is Brick City, that's for sure. But I actually, bought season tickets for the WNBA team out here.
I think the commissioner, Adam Silver, needs to do something.
He's not the
Like
commissioner
more
of the WNBA.
necessarily equal quality basketball.
I think Shaq had a good take where he said lower the hoops. The ball is already smaller. Lower the hoops to 9 feet.
Why?
So you have a lot more offense.
We don't need more offense. We need more defense.
No, the WNBA, for the WNBA.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. For the WNBA. The NBA
Who's
is just,
that? Charles Davis said he didn't play 2K in 4 years?
yeah, NCAA
That
took
was
over.
Corey.
That's
Oh,
Corey,
bro.
yeah.
I'm curious, Corey. How did you like NCAA, man? I don't think that got enough press. That was an awesome game.
They got mad at Shaq. I wonder how the new one's going to be. Everybody's hyped up for the new one coming back.
Speaking of which, Shaq was here at Fort Sam Houston.
Oh, that's his old high school.
Yeah. Phil is my father.
Who?
Phil is my father.
What was he there for? Just talking, or was he?
Yeah, he was visiting his old high school, his old
That's good on him.
ground.
Good on him, man.
Yep.
Shaq, I think Shaq good dude. All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Yo, let's talk about these family days, man.
All right, family days.
I know y'all tracking, but for those who are not, there was a leak online, which really wasn't a leak. It was going to come out anyway. The Secretary of Defense, among other things, has eliminated family days for 2025. You know it, I know it. For us folks outside of your defenders and maintainers who are working back office, getting a free extra day off. So you get a 4-day weekend. But those days are gone, ladies and gentlemen. The reason? More of a focus on lethality and readiness. So y'all put in the chat, are y'all all for losing family days for lethality and readiness? Or do you think this was a bad call and this will help folks not to re-enlist and increase stress and fatigue and wear out folks in the Air Force?
Can I give an answer, or you want to wait for somebody in chat?
Yeah, I was pausing for effect.
Pausing for effect. I don't think two things can be true. Okay, maybe they do equal lethality. I don't know how, but maybe it does. I'm just not seeing the big picture. I'm just trying to give them some kind of grace.
Okay,
maybe it does. I don't think that's going to stop anybody from coming into the military. But what was the question? Ask the question again.
My bad. The question is, Do you agree with family days being rescinded in order to increase lethality and readiness? Or do you think losing family days actually will contribute to more stress, fatigue, and less reenlistments for Air Force personnel?
I think the only ones it will affect is oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on.
Well, okay, all right.
Chad said, shout out Chad. Pete, you still got your diamond. Take it away like in family days.
Chad
Hello,
Goff has
Chief.
entered the
How are
chat.
you? Nah, son. Bad for the troops' morale. Interesting, Ricky. You a cop.
Well, he was, but he's retired now. But
Right,
yeah.
but that's interesting, your point on that. This is a rather long one.
Unpopular, Sharma says unpopular opinion, but I think they could be scaled back a bit. We had a forced distribution on March 28th. Only two things on that day are Black Forest Cake Day and Lady Gaga's birthday, according to Google. Optics to the taxpayer aren't the best when they aren't aligned to a holiday. I don't totally disagree. Hold on. Sharma says we could be like the Army and call them training days. But then why call them training days when really, like, if we change the name to training days and we still give people an extra day off, isn't it still a day off? It's just called a training day. I mean, unless what you're saying, turn them into a train. My bad, family day. Thank you, Sharma. Instead of saying training day, instead for a training day, you bring them in. You do like security forces do. You bring them in on their day off. You do 3 hours of CBTs and combatives.
It's like a reservist.
And you say, okay, you can go home.
It's like
2 hours early. Whoa, 2 hours early. I used to
Um,
hate that shit.
Strother says, "Dang, what type of data
I hated
supports
that
the decision?
bullshit, man.
What anniversaries didn't catch that smoke because of a family day? Hold on, I'll wait. I don't get that one, Struthers. Type of data
What
supports
type of
the
data supports the decision? So, Corey, there's no data.
Okay.
It's an agenda by this new administration as a way to assume that we need to be more focused on our lethality and readiness. That's what my take is.
I would minimize post and get my defenders time back. Leaders lead. Now take that away the bandwidth. Unnecessary flex. He said exactly. Freddie Kincaid says the Army has done plenty of studies about how they help relieve stress, which actually could increase readiness.
So here's the other take too. This does not prevent commanders from issuing passes. They can still issue passes. It's just now there's no official directive that says there is a family day. So you have some folks that may say, what's the big deal? You're still going to get passes. It's just your commander going to have to issue it to you. What commander do you know is going to give a whole unit a pass? A whole unit a pass.
That's true.
I find that hard to believe, you know. Anyway.
Can you read that one? Oh, yes.
Charles Davis.
Finance.
As a maintainer, family days are important. Opportunities to allow our hardworking airmen to spend time with their families. I agree. In maintenance, we are fixing jets for the next fly day so they don't get why I take them away. I agree 100.
Wait, in
friggin'
maintenance, we are
percent.
fixing jets for the next fly day. So I don't get why I take them away. I don't get that.
I'll put it like this. Change. To Charles Davis' point, I'm all for giving folks who normally do not get a family day a pass. So your maintainers, your cops that's working flight, folks who normally, your medics who are on duty, your fire who's on duty, who normally don't get a family day, give it to them. Because let's be honest, us back office folks, including myself, your finance folks, your contracting folks, you fill in the blank. Do they really need an extra day off? They get Monday through Friday.
Whoa.
I'm just being honest.
Whoa.
Monday through Friday. But every holiday, every family day, do your maintainers and cops get to partake? Unless their normal day off falls on that. And that's not really a down day, is it? Okay.
Hold on, I got more.
All right,
more
moving
comments.
on.
Can you read that one?
Forgive me if I butcher your name. Jerry Avosi. We may be sleeping on subordinates reporting us when we get creative in a way we attempt to take care of them. I'll just follow guidance. Managing. Corey says it's a deterrent.
Exactly.
Shaman says exactly.
He said when you said
a
what
finance
commander is going to
commander.
give out a whole pass to the whole unit, he said a finance commander.
I mean, listen, whoa, the commander that dares give a whole unit a pass.
I mean, true.
Who's going to do that?
Exactly, Philly. Ain't happening. Take away family days, cool, but you better fix this bum ass my training program. I mean, true. We could do that already. Control your battle space, leaders. Whoa, Chief. Don't come for finance because I know some operators who work Panama 8s. Ooh.
Well, Panama 8s, I mean, so my point is for folks who normally don't get a family day or a holiday, you got cops. Some cop units work Panama 8s, but that don't mean they get a family day.
Yep. Amen to that.
Olivia says the good commander in medical will split it and give a comp day to make it fair. However, being middle to mill, when I was married, it sucked. I always had to work. He didn't. Yeah.
You can give the whole unit a pass. Lord, the civilians be mad. Oh,
yeah. Yes.
They get 59-minute rule. That's all they get. Maybe I was in the Twilight Zone. So I think back to your point while we catch up on the comments. I think family days taking them away. Like you said, commanders still have the autonomy to give passes, but I know how it is now. It's like if you don't give everybody the same days off and somebody has a random Wednesday, somebody else has a Monday, ooh, they gonna be mad. I think, you know what's funny? I think a lot more people are just gonna put in leave. They're gonna take a day in conjunction with the 3-day to get a 4-day.
They should.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, that's what your leave is for.
You're taking,
no, I guess go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, so you're taking away a family day. Okay, cool. I think to combat that, people are just going to take a day of leave. So
the problem is you're not going to be able to give everybody leave.
Correct.
You know what? I think, in my humble opinion, I would be fine with taking away family days if there was more context. When you say increase lethality and readiness, case in point, let's say I'm at a wing that failed an inspection. Or maybe I'm in a unit that failed a war readiness exercise. Makes sense to me.
Yes.
You know, as an incentive. Like say, okay, if your whole unit, God forbid, everybody passes their PT test, you get a pass. I would be fine with that if they said you got to earn the pass. But it just said, do away with them all. And so I wonder, like you mentioned earlier, it won't bother the folks. People still enlist. Yeah, because they don't know any better. They don't know what a family day is. But for your folks, to Charles' point earlier about maintainers, your cops, hell, finance, medical troops, AFE troops, you name it, fill in the blank, who are already stressed. Because mind you, you're losing a lot of civilians from DRP, Versa, you name it, right? And where are those duties going? They're going to somebody else. So people are already stressed out. Adam says they said Pete got to give up his first Sergeant SDAP to get in.
Y'all know that shit ain't happening. That's not happening. Keep it. Hey, snap till we
They
die.
cooking you,
Snap
boy.
till we die.
Oh, they Raekwon chefing you right now, bro.
Raekwon Shepard's paragraph one, line 2. Terrible and trivial statement.
They
I mean, yeah,
Raekwon
true.
chefing you, bro.
Why I got the kaboom one on? Where's my
They Raekwon chefing you, son.
all right,
Incarcerated scar faces.
Let me take that off.
So I don't know, man. You know, let me preface this by saying we're airmen, soldiers, sailors, Marines, Guardians, Marines, or whatever, right? Coasties. We salute smartly, we follow orders. So we're gonna follow orders regardless. It's easier for me to communicate it to my subordinates if there was more context.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
True.
If you're telling us we don't need family days anymore because we have a problem with readiness as far as like physical training, or we're getting ready for DCWs, whatever. Give me something outside of lethality and readiness. That's a broad excuse. Excuse. That's a broad rationale. It's not excuse, it's a broad rationale. And for the young airmen, they're going to have to do it. But Jerry says some finance airmen, Ramstein, Joint Base San Antonio, work harder than some MTIs from the mid-2000s. I did both, proved me wrong on what I've lived. Ooh, any MTIs in here?
I know, right?
Corey says, so gold days is the answer,
Gold
right?
days.
Now we go
remember
back
those.
to chasing Pimmer stats that are not up to date. We are too smart for this. No worries. The enlisted corps will clean up the comms and press. I agree.
Damn.
Good point.
Kaboom.
Freddie says, I've been a cop and I've been a back office dude. I'll be honest and say no matter what, down days probably aren't moving the needle on most folks staying in.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with that one. I think most people, there is a small crowd of people that stay in longer than what they normally would stay in because of the unit they're in, the location, and if they feel like they're getting taken care of. You have base X where people or airmen are getting grinded to dust. You know what I'm saying? Like my son who's in Guam, they're working like 16-hour shifts for the past 3 weeks. They getting grinded into the dust. Well, you have base Z where they're getting, passes and time off, and their leadership is setting up slip and slides or whatever. So it's different all across the Air Force. I don't necessarily subscribe to that one though.
Yeah. All right. Family days.
All right, moving on. Okay. Now, on another funny note, it's not really funny, but in a way it is. Just walk with me.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys, or have you guys been tracking the latest rumor mill surrounding our boy P. Diddy.
I'm not
Diddy.
tracking.
So, famous actor Terrence Howard from Hustle and Flow. You know what I'm saying? Give me my money, man. It's hard out here for a pimp. Claims that P. Diddy made inappropriate advances to him, trying to get a sexual relationship during a business meeting. Your thoughts?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. After everything you heard, how could you be surprised? How could you be surprised at all? I heard that one.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. If y'all was Terrence Howard, would y'all tell anybody that? Would y'all tell anybody that y'all was being, hit on by P.
Great point. And let me say this. Philly just got kicked off, so he'll come back on and I'll add that on. I think.
Don't know what happened.
Sorry. I think who was the interview with? Who's the interview with?
I can't remember who, but Terrence Howard was on the interview. I can't remember which media outlet.
Okay.
But that's when he was talking about it.
Yeah. Let me see. Terrence was like, hell to the no. Dude had 1,000 bottles of baby oil. We can't put anything past him. Exactly. Don't victim shame. Exactly. So
I'm not trying to say victim shame. I'm just saying, as a man, would you mention to the media that another man hit on you? I'm just curious. Not victim shaming.
I think because of what happened, he's saying it. But I don't think he would just have said it. I'm sure there's been many dudes who try to shoot their shot at Terrence Howard. I'm sure.
True.
So
True.
I don't think that's nothing. And I think there's somewhat to getting clicks and likes and stuff for the podcast they went on. He said, no. No.
He said, no, man.
Yeah, he did that pretty good.
No, man. Yo, my wife told me that there was some bottles of baby oil that was laced with some narcotic that like paralyzed you or something.
Not surprised.
Dang,
Not surprised.
man. Isn't it amazing? Why is it taking so long to do something about this guy?
Isn't he still in jail?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
So, I mean, take their time. The last thing I remember, they were still finding more people, interviews, blah, 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 blah. So they're probably just trying to build their case. And meanwhile, they got to give everything to the prosecution. Prosecution go back to Diddy, blah, 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 blah. The bureaucracy of the American court system.
But isn't it interesting? There's no more talk about Jay-Z. Is he free and clear now?
Yeah. You remember that one girl came out and
Yeah.
then he said she dropped it. And
wow.
yeah, once something like that happens and you drop it, it's over. I can't even use baby oil anymore. Struthers, don't let P. Diddy mess up you trying to make sure you ain't whatever for why you use baby oil.
I told you we won't stop.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I didn't hear that. I think I know what interview you're talking about, but I didn't watch it. But I'm not surprised. Not surprised. And you know what's crazy? What if it's not true?
What's that?
That he's just saying that just to get likes and clicks.
Who, Terrence Howard?
Mm-hmm.
I would question, why would he think he would need to do that? I mean, he's pretty popular. I don't know of any, unlike Kanye West, who's wearing a black hood before his album come out.
I mean,
I'm not tracking anything Terrence Howard is
doing. Look what Cat Williams did on Shannon Sharp show.
You think all that stuff now remember, folks was killing you on the internet for that. You think what he was saying was not true?
No, I think it was true. I just think
over embellished, maybe.
Yes. All of a sudden, you're calling out people that stuff that happened 15 years ago. Like, bruh, it's over. What, Pete? Don't let it stop you from whatever you need, baby. Yo, I caught myself when I was saying it, and it was too late to take it back. I mean, we'll just act like I never said that. He picked the right line because we never doubt whatever. That's true. That's true. To Freddie Kincaid's point, when something like this comes out, shit, I could say it. I ain't going to say it because it didn't happen. Then I look like Ayo. But I could say it. If I was more famous, people might believe it. What do you think of LeBron? You think anything from LeBron's going to come out? You remember LeBron was the one that said, ain't no party like a P. Diddy party.
Ain't nothing going to come out, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
I know Olivia loves LeBron, so I don't want to say too much about him. But, yeah, she loves LeBron. All right, 10 minutes. Last topic. 10 minutes.
All right, nah, man, we going to get in 2 more.
All right, 2 more.
All right.
5 minutes
So I don't
each.
know if y'all gamers, any gamers out there, but as you can see behind me, I'm a big gamer, right? So big news announcement about a week ago about the new Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
I have about 4 Nintendo Switches, so I'm a
Jesus.
gamer. Like I said, I'm excited about it. So when they dropped it first, fans were upset because Nintendo increased the price, $449 for a
God.
Nintendo Switch.
God.
I mean, like, come on. All right, I'll leave that for later. But anyway, but even more importantly, pre-orders were supposed to start, I believe it was this week, but then there was a message last week about because of the tariffs, Nintendo has decided to put the brakes on the Nintendo Switch 2 US pre-orders because they don't know how the tariffs are going to affect console pricing. So it could be pricing could get even more higher. This is a travesty. This is straight bull. Bull.
Damn.
This is straight bull. Yo, it's bad enough I gotta fight scalpers and resellers. Now I can't pre-order my copy. This is some straight bull. That's what it is. Your thoughts?
Is it a tragedy? No.
Yes, it is.
Is it crazy? I heard it will drop in June.
It is.
Is it crazy? Yes. Is it a tragedy? No.
Yes, it is.
125%.
Yes, it is.
Dang, did it go to 125%? China.
Yes, Tommy, you're right. It will still drop in June. It's a case of now if we can pre-order it.
Are going to need a mortgage to buy it. Exactly. And take out a loan to buy it. Man.
That's right, man.
You know what the crazy thing is when you really think about this, as Adam just brilliantly said that, the resale value on these is going to be more ridiculous.
No, I won't. No,
It won't.
No, I won't.
Okay, tell me why.
The resellers, if you're a reseller, you figure the price is going to go up. But just like the PlayStation 5 30th anniversary, it will eventually settle. It's going to take a couple of years for it to go up. The initial release will cause resellers to mark it up over 50% markup.
Okay.
But I still think it won't be like, what did you say?
125%.
No, what was the term? You said it's going to be popular. I forgot what you said it was going to call. I can't remember. Anyway, it will all bottom out eventually. I think Nintendo will find a way to do the pre-orders. It's just, I would not be surprised the price will be a little bit more because of the tariffs.
Speaking of LeBron, y'all need to go to Target for me on Monday to get his Barbie. LeBron has a Barbie.
That, man. They should have made a Barbie with him. Did you see that play LeBron did when he was going up for alley-oop and he fell on the floor?
I saw that. Yeah.
What
act
a
like he
puss, man.
Act like he got shot. Act like somebody sniped him.
He's a friggin' puss.
Dang.
Oh my God, he's a puss, man.
Okay.
He's a puss, man, for real. What a whip. Anyway. Okay, so last quick topic. In line with the Nintendo Switch 2 and the tariffs, if you guys been tracking today, the stock market was all over the place because of all the tariffs. So they paused the tariffs. Our president paused the tariffs, except for on China. And then stocks was all over the place.
That was yesterday.
Interestingly enough, the most richest man in the world, Elon Musk, this Tesla stock plunged 40% so far in 25%. $135 million from Musk's net worth. $135 billion.
Billion.
Cybertruck billion.
Jesus.
The Cybertruck sales are down 32.5% from January to February.
Sucks.
And then even with all the incentives and discounts, people are not buying them like they used to.
Nope.
So you have that. And then finally, like I said, all the stock market turmoil, the Dow soared more than 2,900 points. And then the NASDAQ shot 12%. As everybody, all the traders were trying to figure out what's going on with the market because of the tariffs. Your thoughts?
I got so many thoughts to this. So I was pretty upset at whoever leaked this whole, because yesterday it came out and I was showing somebody else about this. Yesterday it spiked down. All of a sudden they were like 90-day pause. Boom, man, stock shot up 20, 30%. Like halts everywhere. And a halt happens when the stock moves more than 10% in a little bit of time. But so stocks were halted all over the place. Then somebody comes out and says, "Oh, just kidding. That's not a leak. It's not happening." Boom, stocks shot right back down. Boy, was I pissed. Like utterly pissed. And then today, they all go back up again. Utterly pissed. Like Tony Renee says. And you know what makes me more mad? More mad. Anything that comes from unpopular celebrities is all unofficial. None of our conversation comments reflect us, the Department of Defense, or the armed forces as a whole. None of our comments. The fact that somebody said he doesn't even watch the stock market. Bruh, you are the stock market. You are in control. You should watch the stock market. You have a stock. How are you not watching the market? Why would you even say that? And why would anybody let that happen without saying something? Okay, I'm done before I say something I'm not supposed to. Might as well keep money under a mattress at this point. Hey, you might as well. Interest rates are trash. Ain't no point in a high yield savings account. This is not financial advice, by the way. You might as well. I wish I could disclose the amount of money that I won't say lost because I didn't take anything out, so it's not lost. But the amount that my account went down since January is despicable. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier when Dell was on. Keep your money under a mattress. It's just amazing how much change this country has went through in such a short time. And we haven't even hit 6 months yet.
That's crazy.
We haven't even hit
we just hit 4.
6 months yet.
Oh, we haven't even hit 4 yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oof.
This is madness, man.
Madness.
Like, I am giving my president a chance. I am trying, but it is hard, bro. It's like it's
Hold the
almost
line.
like being on a roller coaster blindfolded.
Yes.
You just don't know what's coming.
You don't know when it's gonna stop. You don't know what's gonna go up, down. Like,
You
is it
just
over?
don't know.
And all of a sudden you hear
You
the
know
tick,
what I
tick,
mean?
tick, 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 tick.
You
That's
know,
what I feel like
as-
we're on. We're just
I
on the
saw a
roller coaster
report
where it goes
earlier.
tick, 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 tick. Like, when we gonna go down? When we gonna
I
go
saw
down?
a
Sorry.
report earlier that they paused the tariffs on Canada, but Canada turned around and said, F that. We're going to increase ours, affected Minnesota, and I forgot some other states. So it affected the electricity and all this other stuff.
God, dog, the
And then
electricity.
my question to you is, when you mentioned all this stuff about you were upset, someone leaked that they were going to pause the tariffs and they said, psych,
Yes.
we didn't or whatever.
Yeah.
How many people or how much people actually you think made money because of that?
Mm,
Do you think it's a conspiracy?
I don't see a lot of people made money, but people made money.
But like insider, you know what I'm saying? If you knew it was coming, you could make some money, right?
If you knew it was coming, and
Yeah.
it only lasted like 30 minutes, maybe
Hey,
less,
How
maybe
much money
15.
can you make in 30 minutes?
Oh, billions.
Yeah,
Billions.
so
If you have millions, you could have made billions. On the right stock, billions.
I think it
Palantir,
was in
billions.
I think it was on a House floor today. I think his name was Mr. Fudge. I can't remember his name. But there was the guy who was in charge of the tariffs was testifying at, I believe, at
Yes,
House of
that
Reps or
is what
Congress or
Martha
something.
Stewart did.
Hanspard, I think his name was Mr. Hanspard or
Yes,
something.
yes.
He was going after that guy.
Mhm.
He's like, WTF, you're the guy that handles the tariffs and you didn't know? He was like, "Oh, myself and the president was discussing it." He was like, "You didn't know?"
Right.
He's like, "This is affecting American taxpayers. Their 401ks are going down the drain, all kinds of stuff." He's
So
like,
I
"Who's
did
running the
hear
country?"
I did hear that Elon stepping down from Doge.
And I also heard Elon's trying to tell the president to stop these tariffs. He said the answer is zero
Yes.
tariffs.
Yep.
But you think he's telling them that because it's hurting his pocket?
I don't want to say yes, but I can't think of why else. I don't know. Crazy.
Yep.
All right. 1 hour, y'all. We took y'all through a 1 hour show. Friday, I hope to come back on, see what Philly got going on. See if we can come back on Friday for Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday. And then we'll come back Sunday for a show. I think the playoffs start Sunday. Playoffs start Sunday?
What playoffs? NBA? What playoffs?
Yeah, NBA.
NBA?
Yeah. I think it starts Sunday. Hold on, let me
Nobody
check.
cares about that. Trash.
Check. Sunday. No. Oh, not till Tuesday. Anyway, next Tuesday. Loaded episode. Thanks, Struthers. Shout out to you. Hold on, let me give you one of these. Tony Renee says, "Go Cavs." Give you one of those. Tony Renee says, "Good night." Give you one of those. Golf. Struthers, we golfing? Oh, the Masters. The Masters is on. Yep. I know you don't watch golf, so I'm not even going to ask. I think the Masters starts tomorrow. No, today was the par 3. So, yeah, the Masters starts tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Who you got? Bryson? DeChambeau? Anyway, that's my take. See y'all hopefully Friday.
Yo, 1900 Friday. Hope to see y'all there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. Shameless plug. You're looking at 2 future retired Air Force members back to back.
Out there.
I'll let him put his own business out there. But yours truly, your boy, it's time for me to do the tush push into the end zone and in my military career, or as my folks in TAP say, not retire, transition.
Pause.
22 August.
Pause.
I will send out an advertisement for you folks if you would like to join and party with your boy. 22 August, Flamalama, Mustard!
Oh, I don't have that.
Happy night, y'all.
You're just going to go past the pause?
Pause.
Yes!
You said the tush push? You got to do the tush. Why would you want to do the tush push?
It's a metaphor. You know what I mean? The tush push. When do you do the tush push? When you're trying to get in zone, right?
Oh,
so I'm doing tush push.
Okay. I just need to. Yeah, that thing flew. That thing flew right overhead. That thing flew over my head. Anyway, all right, we out of here.
Yep.
Hey, Ricky
Have
said
good evening,
about damn time.
Who said that?
Ricky.
Hater.
Matthias.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Shout out Matthias, man. But yeah, we'll
you
be out there.
You local, so you can come, man. Come party with your boy.
Is it going to be a party?
I'm planning on it. I don't know if it's going to be downtown or at the club. Downtown, it's like
what club?
$30 a person.
What club?
Smokies or something. Some place called Smokies. They got like dance floor. We're just going to rent out the whole joint, but it's going to cost a grip. So everybody's going. They're going to end up paying $40 a person.
Oh, hell no.
To cover it, exactly. So we may do it at the club because y'all cheap.
Broke.
Yeah, it's true. That's you. Tell him, Macho.
You can't hear your sound effects.
You can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well.
All right, we out. Unpopular celebrities. See y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all. Peace.